Action.
All right, friends, here we go. A friend reported to me this morning that there was what she thought was a murrelet floating along happy in the water. I can assure you it was not happy. As you can see, the damage to these primary flight feathers tells you that I don't know enough about birds, or this bird in particular, to tell you what happened here, but you can't fly like that. That ain't healthy. So anyway, it was here in a cove because it wasn't happy. These are seagoing birds. These will live off islands in the sea, far off outcroppings. They don't like competition from land animals. Anyway, so we're going to look at the morphology of this bird, learn a little bit about the murres, the family, the order, in the next few minutes. Okay, so let's get started. These bad boys, according to scientists, evolved from the same group of birds that your shorebirds evolved from in your gulls. This is a large family, Chadriformes, from the Greek for short for, I guess, sandpiper or something like that. And they are seagoing birds. They're in that family, unlike sandpipers, who make their living on mud flats and the shores. There are upland sandpipers, as you know, that make their living from muddy grasslands, again, still in the mud theme. Gulls, as you know, make their living from the coastal areas, stealing food, finding food, a little bit of hunting here and there, right? Mostly from fishermen these days. And then, of course, you've got more seagoing type birds in that family, like the petrel. No, gosh, Jaegers. Jaegers, a word for hunter. They're more seagoing. Anyway, these guys, they're the penguins of the northern hemisphere. They have evolved to chase after fish underwater, right? They live in schools. They chase fish after water. You can see there's a lot of adaptation to do this. The feet are inserted. Ooh, that's not a good sound. This guy's not doing so well. Might have to see a chiropractor. Anyway, the feet are inserted really far back in the body. They're not mid, it's hard to balance, right? They're inserted pretty far back. They can swim very fast because they got these nice, powerful feet and back. Although we're going to find out that's also somewhat not true. Scales on the feet. No toenail back here. See that? No toenail. No toenail. Flattened out. Still has nails here. The 3, not 4 toes. Very interesting. If you look at the wing, it has very small surface area for what you'd expect a bird of this heft. This is a heavy bird. This is the size of a heavy chicken. This is good heavy stuff. And right here, the wing is very small. And look at the size of the feathers here. Like that. Why is it so small? And the answer is interesting. Unlike ducks, who will have big paddles for going underwater, these guys literally fly underwater. So in the air, they buzz along because they need to move the wing very fast to move enough air to get buoyancy in the air. But underwater, they don't need that much. They can just do this. And if you watch them in tanks, they row like this with a very tight arm in, right? The opposite of our problem, right? They have wings are already too efficient, so they have to bring it in. So that's super interesting. I'm pretty sure this is a common murre. I can tell from the proportions of the bill. It's not a big, thick bill. See this? You can see the tip is almost razor sharp. Oop, 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 oop. That might hurt his neck. He might have to go to the chiropractor. You can see here, the bird tongue is actually mechanically connected to the muscles here in the throat, actuated that way. You can see a lot how that works. We'll talk about bird tongues and internal morphology some other time. I think that's enough information here. I wish you could feel the keel bone, because that's where all the muscles work to pull this guy down. In the water, he has to actually have a very strong back to lift the wing. In the air, it doesn't provide much resistance, but in the water, he has to lift this wing. So they do a lifting thing where they go out here and they flap like they do in the air, but then when they lift closed. So they have less of a lever arm on these back muscles, which are just, in birds, are just not as strong. Not as strong. Any questions, Shay?
I think you got it.
All right, well, we're gonna give this murre a Viking funeral, minus the fire, I guess.
Yeah, California 2020, no fire.
Yeah, California 2020.
Not
no
even
fire.
on the ocean.
Dinosaurs, man. Modern goddamn dinosaurs.